Hi guys, it's Linzor. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to, and like this video in the end if you liked it, and don't forget to check out all my other videos. Today I'm gonna talk about something in Japan that I know you guys are curious about, and something I was curious about before I came, and that is piercings in Japan. So you guys know I have cheek piercings, and it's kind of a drastic piercing to have. It's not a lot of people who has it. I see a lot of people who has it online, but in real life you don't see it as often. So this is of course my own experience. I stayed in Japan for 2 months, and this is kind of what I experienced when I was there. So when I first arrived, I had my flight stop at China before we went to Japan, whatever you call it, delay flight or whatever. And at the China airport, I noticed that people started staring. Lovisa, who I went with, she has her nose pierced, so she had a really big nose piercing jewelry in. And there was a lot of people who stared at us when we were in line and we were gonna go through the security check and stuff. There was so many people staring at us because the queues were like this. So you were always surrounded by someone. You couldn't just turn away because there would be someone there. And that got me really scared to go to Japan. Or not scared, but nervous. Because nobody likes being stared at. Nobody just don't like to be stared at like that. It's not nice. So we kind of went forward. We came to Japan. And at the airport, a lot of people were staring at me. I was like, oh no, this is gonna be awful. I'm gonna be here for 3 months and people are gonna stare at me all the time. No, but as we came in further and further to Tokyo, less people started staring, and I was really relieved because people didn't stare, like almost nothing. And I kind of feel when someone stares at me because of my piercings or because the way how I look. And I really felt they were staring at me because I was a foreigner, because it was kind of equal between me and Lovisa. Sorry for being like, I can't really speak. Sorry. So everything was fine. People were kind of staring at us. There were like some cases where people were really staring at us, but it wasn't any extreme staring. When you were like in the center of Tokyo, not a lot of people stared. And actually what I thought was that there was going to be like no Japanese people with either tattoos or piercings, but I actually saw at least one a day with a big tattoo, and maybe 3 people a week who had piercings, like noticeable piercings. So I was kind of shocked because that was not my image of Japan, or at all how it would be. So that was a big relief. The kind of interesting part, I guess, is when we came to Universal Studios in Osaka. I'm guessing there's a lot of countryside Japanese people who aren't used to the city life and all the different kind of people there are. We got brutally stared at. I have never experienced anything like that in my life. It was the worst. Like the queues for a ride at Universal Studios is around 70 to like almost 120 minutes for one ride. So you have to stand in the line for like over an hour, and you have nowhere to hide or to like turn your face to not be stared at. I have like personally, I feel it's so uncomfortable when people look at me like that or stare at me. So I got really mad, and if I weren't in Japan, I would have started like yelling at people because it was so rude. So I had to stand in line covering my mouth like this so people would stop staring at me because it was so brutal. And they had no shame, they just stared, and I met their eyes like, and they would just keep on staring. And I didn't want to like keep eye contact when they're staring at. It was horrible. It was horrible. I wouldn't even want to go back to Universal because it was that bad. Some people stared at me, Lovisa, because they thought we were models, and most of the people stared at us because we had piercings. But it all just got mixed together, and it ended up with like everybody staring at us. And the reason I say they think we were models is because we are so much taller than the average height Japanese person. I am 173 and Lovisa is almost 180 centimeters. So a lot of the Japanese people thought we were models, that's why. Not saying that I am a model at all. But yeah, we got really stared at Universal Studios. That was crazy. I don't think they're used to piercings. But this is kind of an interesting topic. I feel like I forgot to say a lot of things. But if you have piercings, don't worry. People aren't going to stare at you if you're in the central of Tokyo. They're probably more likely to stare at you because you're a foreigner. But it was kind of a shocker since Japanese people are so nice. I didn't expect them to stare. I thought they'd know you don't stare at people. It's rude. Well, yeah, that was the topic I wanted to cover today. Hopefully this was fun for you to hear about. I looked, couldn't find anything about this. So hope this helped you guys out who want to go or were just curious about my experience. Yes, I got stared at a fuck ton, but it was the worst in Osaka. The other staring was just normal staring that you always also get in Sweden. Okay, well, thank you for watching. See you guys in my next video. I love you so much, y'all. Bye.